Hello, my name is Cameron and I'm a former fraud prevention officer in the U.S. And today we're going to talk about USCIS morale and how that affects you. So as I'm sure you know, with the RTO, that's return to work orders, the Doge cuts, and just a new director for USCIS, morale is at an all-time low. Now keep in mind, these people are already overworked. USCIS has been understaffed for many years. So these things just made it worse. And they didn't even do the wellness survey this year for USCIS. So that should show you what it's like. So suffice it to say that morale is at an all-time low at that agency. So what does that mean for you? So in the past, officers really did try to help immigrants, because they appreciate people who want to do it the right way. So there were things that they would let slide or help out if they could. That's going to be the first to go. Here's some examples of things they used to let slide. Not writing your name on the back of the pictures on your I-129F or I-130 petitions. Very common mistake. And officers understand. That's pretty obvious who's who, so it wasn't necessary to complete the packet. However, because they've had staffing reductions, they're looking for a way to reduce their workload. So if they can spit out an application from the system, that creates less work for them, which means that now every I has to be dotted, every T has to be crossed. So that's a perfect example. Not writing your name on the back of the pictures with your I-129F or I-130 petition. Some other things that are happening more often. More RFEs for small gaps in employment and relationships. Before, these were things that would just be clarified at the interview in the embassy, something like that. They just send a note, hey, check this out. Usually most of the time it was nothing. But again, if you give them a reason to spit out your application, that's less work for them. They're going to do it. Okay, this next one is a big one. No more grace period for using older forms. So same story. So in the past, if the form was the wrong edition, let it slide if it's just a couple months back. But again, now this is an easy opportunity for them to reject the petition. So if your forms are not correct, the correct edition, spit out, rejected. Not even an RFE, it'll be rejected. You'll have to submit it. If one page is of the wrong edition, it will be sent back to you. Usually you don't have to pay again. That's good news. But maybe it depends on their mood. If it's already gotten past the lockbox and the initial processing, you may have to pay again. Not using the correct ink. This is a lot of people don't think about this, but it's standard legal. It has to be either navy blue or black. So, but honestly, oh my gosh, don't handwrite your petitions. It's 2025. And then you're just gonna see fewer warnings for missing documents. Also, you're gonna get, if there's an issue with your application, you're gonna get less time to explain yourself. So before, they would always try to go through an RFE if possible, give the petitioner time to explain it. Maybe there's something they missed, so they could explain themselves and get the petition approved. Now you're gonna see more NOIDs or NOIDs, which is Notice of Intent to Deny. So you'll be seeing more stuff like that. Also, more unappealable summary denials. That used to be pretty rare with USCIS, but those are going up. Summary denials just mean less work. That means they can say that we deny this petition, there's no appeal. There's a complex appeal process that's costly and not worth it. You'll just have to resubmit it again. You definitely don't want a summary denial, trust me. Okay, now let's go for some Manila specific news, because the State Department is also quite busy and they've always been understaffed. So they have a no docs, no talk policy. So in the past in Manila, they would let you slide because it was so hard for some people to get their medical certificate in time. That was a big one. So in the past, if you didn't have your medical certificate, they would just give you a conditional pass upon receipt of the medical certificate. Not anymore. All your forms have to be original. PSA forms on security paper. If you do not have all your docs, they will turn you away and you'll probably have to pay again for the interview. So this is a way to take work off of consular officers, but it's just an overall, it's very strict when it comes to immigration. That's why you really want to make sure you have everything done correctly. If you are looking to have it done for you, you can contact me. My name is Cameron. I'm a foreign fraud prevention officer. I love doing visas for a living. Or even someone else, that's fine too. But one thing I will say, this has kind of like been on my mind. It really bothers me when people don't take these petitions seriously. This is a life-changing, a life-altering event in your life, a visa. So when officers see that it is just sloppy, they just lackadaisically filled it out the same way that they would do a credit card application, that bugs officers because it feels like you don't respect their time. So remember, you have someone that's already overworked, and then you have they hand, there's application, the guy used a Sharpie to try to fill it out and just reject. I mean, just because it's disrespectful to officers. Okay, so the least you could do is don't handwrite your petition, put some effort into it. This is a life-altering event, okay? Please take it seriously. All right, if you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section below. All right, so thank you very much. If you want to book a consultation, you can use the link below. I do charge for my consultation, and that is just to ensure that whoever's talking to me is not wasting my time. You have a good day. God bless.